Today we're making banana bread and reflecting on March. I love combining reflection with a cozy activity because it makes it feel less like a chore and more like a self-care moment. So grab something warm to drink, get comfy, and let's chat. March was a lot, but looking back I realize I have so much to be proud of this month. First of all, I got back on track with my workouts and I am so proud of myself. I even managed to do 6 days in a row at one point, which is not sustainable, and it was really hard on my knees, but it actually showed me and reminded me that I can push myself a little bit harder. Little story here, I actually broke my elbows, both of them, a couple years ago, so it was very hard for me to get back into workout routine. On top of that, I was super consistent, but then I fell out of track again in 2019 when I had a surgery, so that kind of messed things up for me. So getting back on track with my workouts and staying consistent, even if it's just currently like 5 months in a row, I'm still super proud of myself. The other thing that I accomplished this month is I managed to finish 2 self-help books. The best part of it is I actually implemented what I learned. So for example, habit stacking, creating system, it's already making a difference, especially in the workout routine. As you guys can see, I managed to do my workouts consistently. So I do recommend you reading this book. I am so happy that I actually read it, and I am kind of mad at myself that I haven't read it before, but it all comes at the right time, so that's okay. I also took myself on a solo date to a concert, which is something that I probably wouldn't have done a year ago because not only I was shy, I definitely had scarcity mindset, so I was like, not even like I couldn't afford it, I just prevented myself from even thinking that I could afford spending like $30 on a concert, you know, because it was something a little that I could do for myself. But anyway, it was so much fun. I think in a way it actually healed my inner child. It was a small orchestra concert and I used to play violin, and my experience with playing violin wasn't the best. I was actually bullied a lot by my teacher when I was a kid. As I am on my healing journey, I think it actually helped me to heal that little girl inside of me, because before that, every time I would hear somebody playing violin, I would start crying uncontrollably and I would suppress those feelings. But this time I actually allowed my tears to just, roll down my cheeks, and I was like, you know what, that's okay. It's part of healing journey. This is probably why I'm here. So that was a very transcending experience, so to speak. The other thing that I am really proud of myself is I started trusting myself more. The way that trust is being expressed is that I am not double, triple checking whether my doors are locked or not. I check it once, I trust myself, and I move on, because I noticed that it causes actually a lot of friction in my routine. I really waste unnecessary time on unnecessary things, and that my anxiety is feeding. The other thing that I've done is I'm letting myself have nice things. I'm letting myself use nice things. So for example, instead of heating milk in the microwave for my cacao, I used my milk frother. I know it sounds silly, but small acts of care can actually reinforce my values that I deserve comfort. March wasn't all smooth sailing. It had its challenges too, so I did feel very overwhelmed at work. Instead of thinking that I just need to go to bed because I am so tired and exhausted, I actually allowed myself to kind of have more productive rest in terms of working out or reading or making myself have dinner, because I knew that it would feel better afterwards. I also held myself accountable when I made mistakes instead of kind of hiding and just being worried. Said I didn't have any excuses, I didn't hide, I just fixed, I learned, I stayed accountable. So that was hard in the moment. I think it was hard in terms of feelings and emotions, but the reward was definitely much better than that. And the hardest part I am definitely struggling with that is internal validation. I've been working through a lot of resistance, especially with my YouTube journey, and I don't know, it's really tough not to rely on external approval, especially if you are preconditioned to crave that external approval all the time and you do not even know how to give yourself internal approval, so to speak. And I think it all comes down from having trust in yourself, and I feel like trust and approving yourself internally are connected. So I think you probably need to work on both of them together. And the other thing that I am really struggling with is keeping my Instagram alive. It's really a struggle because I want to post consistently, but there is this block that I can't shake. And why? It's because I had my Instagram blocked years ago after I built a very good community of like-minded people. And I'm trying to think, it probably was not meant to be because it was focused on nutrition, and I knew that I was burning out when I was creating all the content because it was involved a lot of cooking. But I still feel that what if it happens again, and I would be devastated and stuff. So this is something definitely that I need to work on, and just managing like so many social media accounts at once while having a full-time job and going through school and trying to live a life is definitely difficult. This month I really paid attention to what felt aligned and what felt forced. So for example, for me, working out definitely felt aligned. It brought me a lot of joy. Also shifting my self-care from just doing things to actually being present in them. So I'm definitely proud of that. What was forced is sticking to a rigid routine. I also read somewhere that it's better to have a rhythm rather than routine. So that really stuck with me. I am shifting my mindset around that structure. I'm also thinking about making video on this topic, so make sure that you stay tuned. While trying to switch up my routine, my dog Lucy is very confused, but we are trying to figure things out because, for example, I would usually have a shower and we would go to bed. But then on Saturdays when I have my everything shower, I kind of have it before dinner. So the first time I did it, my dog was like, it's 4 o'clock, mama. Are we going to bed? And she was like literally ready to jump into bed. And I'm like, no, Lucy, I'm just going to have a shower and then I'm going to have dinner. So she was like very confused, and she was kind of like pacing back and forth from the living room to the bedroom. I'm like, oh my God, I feel so bad. But anyway, we figured it out. I think she's kind of like adapting to. Biggest lesson of the month. I think the biggest lesson that I've learned, I think it's something that I've learned actually about myself, is that I've been afraid to take up space, really any space. For example, I feel guilty for owning things. I would look at my skincare, my pantry, my clothes, and I would feel like I should use everything or get rid of things before I get more. I really don't deserve to have extra. So I questioned why and who made those rules. And I am trying to shift my mindset that these are things I get to have and they bring me comfort and they add variety to my life. And I value both things, comfort and variety. Emotional check-in already. Emotionally, I had moments of feeling off, but overall, I think I'm learning to be okay with where I am and where I'm going. I'm also learning to be okay with how I feel. One thing that's been helping is that a cute calendar that I got with little ideas for the months. Even if I don't do them all, just having something playful to look forward is nice, and just seeing some cute, stickers and stuff. It's pretty cute, and just adding them to my calendar, it just adds a little bit of playfulness to it, a little bit of joy. I think it makes my inner child happy because I don't know about you guys, but I had so much stickers growing up and I would barely use them. It was just like a point of getting them, looking them, and kind of like putting them aside. But anyway, having this calendar is actually healing my inner child and allowing me to use those stickers. So that's kind of cute. Goals and intentions for next month, which is April. I actually planned some fun things instead of, having like mundane and boring things like, clean up my blinds, wash my baseboards and stuff. I actually did something more exciting. So I'm looking forward to having a solo lunch date at a local sushi place and then going for a walk afterwards by myself. Because I do usually go for walks with Lucy and I rarely go for walks by myself. So I think that'll be a nice experience. I don't know, I kind of put this out there. We'll see. Monetize my YouTube channel. I know it's pretty bold, but I am willing to risk it. I'm also going to try and refine my personal style for spring by using what I already own. So I think that'll be a fun project as well. I am going to do minimal spending months again. I tried it in March and it was actually a game changer. Definitely implemented it this month. Believe it or not, I've never really done it. I kind of did it with my phone before when I was freelancing and creating some video recipes, but I've never actually worked with my laptop. So I am going to a coffee shop and take my laptop and work on my YouTube for a bit. So I think it'll be fun. And things that I am excited for, I actually booked those 2 things already. I'm really looking forward to that, is a pottery workshop because I love pottery. I love buying pottery. I haven't done pottery since I was a kid. So I think it'll be such a cute thing to do. We're going to be making a mug, and I already saved some pictures on my Pinterest, so I think it's going to be like super cute. And then I also booked a somatic breathwork class at a yoga studio, and it's something new for my self-care. I've never tried it, but I think it'll be a very good experience. And of course, just regular things that I try to do every week is at the end of the week on after work, I usually have a bath and I turn on some relaxing playlists, and I find that it helps me to put my worries aside related to work and just kind of like finish the week on the relaxing note and kind of step into the weekend recharged and refreshed. And of course, weekly yoga sessions that I try to do every Sunday kind of helps me to recharge, unwind, and really kind of get ready for the week ahead. This reflection process always reminds me that I am making progress even if it doesn't feel like it. This reflection process has been quite a lengthy one, but I am hoping that you guys made it this far, and if you did, thank you so much for sharing your time. And if you're already here, please let me know what's one thing that you are proud of for the past months. And if you want to do your own monthly reflections, make sure that you bake something cozy or get something cozy, grab a journal, and let's turn it into our monthly ritual together. And I am going to link the part 1 video of this series in the video description. You also will be able to see it on the screen, so make sure that you check that out and review how you can do your own monthly reflections. I also created a Notion checklist because I am about the lists and everything like that, so make sure that you guys check it out. It's absolutely free. It's just something that I've put together for you. So thank you so much for spending your time with me. Let me know what you guys thought about this format, if you liked it or not, if you have any suggestions. I'm really hoping to get some feedback from you, because I am trying to create content that I like, but I also want to create content that aligns with what you guys like and with what you guys expect and enjoy watching. So again, thank you, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye!